Good morning, invited guests, staff members, and my fellow students. My name is Bonnie Sandona, and I am one of the school captains. It is my pleasure to welcome you to the 2020 Thuringowa State High School Awards presentation. On behalf of Thuringowa State High, I would like to introduce our special guest for this morning.
Mr. Justin Burgess, Principal Weir State School. Miss Jodie Sewer, Principal Rasmussen State School. Miss Sharon Cadillo, Head of Curriculum, Kelso State School. Mr. Grant Dale, Regional Director, School Performance. Miss Louise White, Defence Support Mentor. Auntie Joan Mackay, Regional Community Education Counsellor Coordinator. It is a pleasure to welcome you here this morning to acknowledge the outstanding academic, sporting and cultural achievements of our talented students. Announcing these awards this morning will be Miss Celia O'Keefe, Deputy Principal, Mr. Tom Franklin, Deputy Principal, Miss Wendy Bode, Deputy Principal, Global Tropics Future, and Mr. Carl Catalano. I'd like to ask to lead a day our Senior Indigenous Leader to deliver the acknowledgement of country.
Thuringowa State High School would like to acknowledge the traditional custodians of the land on which our award ceremony is taking place this morning. The Walrus of our people and pay respect to the elders past, present and future, for they hold the memories, the traditions, the culture and hopes of the First Nations people of Australia. We would also like to acknowledge the Middle people.
Can you please stand for the national anthem? Please be seated. I now invite Ms. Kayleen Lidanovich to deliver the Principal's address.
Thank you, Declan and Captains. Good morning, students, staff, our special guests, and my esteemed colleagues, Mr. Judd Burgess, Principal of Weir State School, Miss Jodie Sewer, Principal of Rasmussen State School, Miss Sharon Cataldo, Head of Curriculum, Kelso State School, Mrs. Joan Mackay, Regional Community Education Counsellor, and also to Mr. Grant Dale, former Principal of Thuringowa State High School and current Assistant Regional Director, North Queensland Region. Thank you to Talita for her welcome. Let's pause again now to acknowledge the traditional owners of the land where we meet today, the Wulgarukaba and the Bindal people, and pay our respects to elders past and present. As a school, we are blessed with a community comprised of many cultures, many diverse perspectives and needs, and most importantly, a school that provides and promotes achievement through quality education and quality opportunities. As I look out across the school, I see the faces of the future, and I am privileged to have the opportunity to lead this great school. At this time, I would like to make special mention of Mr. Grant Dale and acknowledge his commitment, his passion and his drive to make Thuringowa State High School the best it can be, and I am honoured to step up in his absence to continue this journey. Thank you, Mr. Dale. Having only been at the school for the latter part of the year, I've been impressed by the great work happening both within the classroom and also in the extracurricular activities we participate in. Within our school, we have the Global Tropics Futures program led by Mrs. Wendy Bode and her team. And through this program, we have established great partnerships with our local primary schools to embrace technology and to equip our students with the skills they need to be 21st century learners and competitive as global citizens. We support our students and have been working hard to cater for everyone's health and well-being with Mrs. Knight-Smith and now Mr. Kyle Catalano and their team continually coming up with new and exciting ways to engage everyone in learning and experiencing success. We have the Future Teachers program led by Mrs. Celia O'Keefe and her team. This program is an innovative approach to engage young people in becoming teachers and educators of the future, and our school is one of the few schools in Queensland offering this opportunity. Another reason to celebrate. 2020 was a year of changes. We started the year preparing our students for the first year of exit under the new Australian Tertiary Entrance Ranking System, and Mr. Tom Franklin and his team have been working very hard all year to support our students to prepare for their external exams and to also achieve their Queensland Certificate of Education. And tomorrow we will see our first cohort of students under this new system graduate. Our Year 12 students have worked hard, and their commitment and drive will be rewarded when they graduate with the Queensland Certificate of Education. But the biggest change in 2020 was something we couldn't have foreseen. The impact of the COVID-19 virus on each and every one of us has been different. In our learning, we had a period of time where many of us were learning from home. This presented challenges for students and teachers alike, and the strength of the school community was evidenced through the connections and relationships between students, families, and all of our staff. In our family life, we had restrictions placed on us with travel, spending time with family, and shopping. But what we have learned through all of these changes are that we can be resilient. When there are challenges, we can come together, support one another, and make the most of every opportunity. That is what makes Thuringowa State High School such a great school, with a great school community. What didn't change in 2020, however, was our success as a school. We continue to win awards for the great work happening here, whether that be through our skills in technology and innovation, our prowess on the sporting field, or through our cultural and social involvement. Our school remains a quality school with quality outcomes. Today, as we celebrate achievements of students throughout our school, I invite each one of you to reflect on your own achievements. Whether you share the podium today or your achievement is more private, I encourage you to set goals, work towards them, seek help when you need it, and reflect on your achievements along the way. For our Year 12 students, I pass on my sincere congratulations to each and every one of you for your commitment to your learning and for the contributions to our school. I have often talked about graduation from school is not the end of your schooling, but it is the springboard for your life of success. success. Whether you are headed on to further studies or training, into work, or perhaps a mix of work and study, we wish you well. Always remember that you come from a school where we seize opportunities, and may you seize all opportunities in your future. A simple message to you all as you go into the world is hold your head high and do well. Congratulations everybody today.
Thank you, Mr. Bogdanovich. I would now like to ask Mr. Calcarano to present the IG House and Sports Awards. The IG Sports Academy program is a specialist sporting program for students in Year 7, 8 and 9. The Academy is a developmental program for those athletes with an interest and passion in enhancing their sporting performance. The IG Most Promising Athlete has displayed a consistent approach to training and the greatest increase in overall performance. In 2020, this is awarded to Sonny Boy Ford. The 2020 IG Athlete of the Year has the highest achievement in physical testing and training progress. This is awarded to Malachi Batamala. The Champion Athlete Award, in recognition of outstanding athletic performance, is presented to Corey Jeeves. And our cross-country champion is Bo Kennedy, in recognition of his outstanding performances throughout this year. The 2020 Champion Swimmer Trophy is also presented to Corey Jeeves. And can we please have our White House captains up to the front for the next presentation? All of you. Because the champion house for 2020 is White House. Thank you, White House captains. Mr. Kalana, can you please just go for the rest of our sporting awards? Now we're going to talk about our North Queensland representatives. For AFL, Cohen Frith. Cricket is Corey Jeeves. And for Rugby League, Anna Venawell and Emma Mackey. The Junior Sportsperson of the Year recipient has attained a high level of representation in school sport and has performed to the best of his or her ability in a range of school sports. The Jessica Nammer Memorial Junior Sportsperson of the Year trophy is awarded to Julianne Gurney. The Senior Sportsperson of the Year award has attained a high level of representation and has performed to the best of their ability in a range of school sports. The 2020 Sportsperson of the Year is Cora Jeeves. Assisted by our Year 7 coordinator, Mrs. Karina Vomzhinyak, to present the Year 7 awards.
In 2020, awards of quality in Year 7 are presented to students who have achieved an overall minimum of 2 very highs and 2 highs for the year. Our recipients are Taylor Anderson, Samuel Burridge, Emily Chatfield, Hayden Crick, Aisha Dubin, Charlotte Dunya, Jessica Elliott. Jessica also received the Best in Subject Award for Industrial Technology and Design. Summer Fisher also presented with the Best in Subject Awards for Dance and Drama. Jackson Francis, Julianne Gurney. Julianne also receives the Best in Subject Award for Health and Physical Education. Chloe Harvey, Maya Kenny, Kaylin Lewis, Matilda McDonald, Kaylee McDowell, Erin McIntosh, Gemma Michael, Kajali Nuggets, Michaela Skilton. Michaela is also presented with the Best in Subject Awards for Geography, History and Mathematics. Alan Sporton, Kimberly Stevens. Kimberly also receives the Best in Subject Award for Music. Elisani Tatupo. Elisani is also presented with the Best in Subject Award for Civics, Business and Science. Lauren Vella. Lauren also receives the Best in Subject Award for English and Visual Arts. Phoebe Wheeler. Casey Wilson. Casey is also presented with the Best in Subject Awards for iSTEM and Food and Textile Studies. Chloe Jane Fraser is presented with the Best in Subject Award for Digital Technologies. And Trenton Elliott receives the Best in Subject Award for Japanese. Could we please congratulate all of our youth? The Year 7 Scholar is presented to the student who has achieved the highest academic results in 2020. In Year 7, this is awarded to Ilisani Tuatupo. Could we please thank Ms. Sewer and Ms. Virginia? I would now invite Mr. Judd Burgess, Principal of Weir State School, assisted by Mr. Riley Kavanagh, to present our Year 8 awards. In 2020, awards of quality in Year 8 are presented to students who have achieved an overall minimum of 2 very highs and 2 highs for the year. Shantara Allen. Shantara also receives the Best in Subject Award for Mathematics. Lauren Bath. Aidan Biggs. Cordelia Britton. Riccadonna Dale. Talitha Davidson. Talitha also receives the award for Digital Technologies. Sean Duggan. Colin Firth. Colin also receives the award for Health and Physical Education. Emily Hands. Emily also receives the Best in Subject Award for English, Geography, Japanese and Science. Blade Harvey. Riley Hawkins. Brody Jeffrey. Kira Lambert. Kira is also presented with the Best in Subject Award for Music and Food and Textile Studies. Caden Lee. Saxon McDonald. Stevie McDonald. Bailey J. Harry. Chase Regal. Arabella Rodensack. Cheyenne Smith. Lani White. Vanessa Ardle. Vanessa is also presented the Best in Subject Award for Drama. Bailey Jo Harry is presented the Best in Subject Award for History. the Best in Subject Award for iSTEM. And Chloe McNamara is presented Best in Subject Award for Visual Arts. Could we please congratulate all of our Year 8 awards? The Year 8 Scholar in 2020 is awarded to Saxon McDonald. Could we please thank Mr. Burgess and Mr. Kavanagh? I would ask Mrs. O'Keefe and Mrs. Jeffries to the stage to present the Year 9 awards with Sharon.
In 2020, awards of quality in Year 9 are presented to students who have achieved an overall minimum of 2 very highs and 2 highs for the year. Our first recipient is Tanae Allen. Tanae is also presented with the Best in Subject Award for Sport and Recreation. Cody Lee Ketchup Body. Sophia Britton. Sophia also receives the Best in Subject Awards for iChief Sports. Talon Fraser. Piper Crick. Sonny Boy Ford. Harrison Francis. Shannon Friend. Amy Darby Rollinson. Natasha James. Natasha also receives the Best in Subject Awards for Dance. Nerese Kent. Nerese is also presented the Best in Subject Award for Drama. Hayden McDonald Parker. Lucy McIntosh. Lucy also receives the Best in Subject Award for Music. Jenna Poole. Layla Pratt. Layla is also presented the Best in Subject Awards for iSTEM and Japanese. Angelia Roberts. Angelia also receives the Best in Subject Awards for History, Industrial Technology and Design, Mathematics, Science and Textiles and Food Studies. Emily Rose. Ryan Trang. Ryan's also presented the Best in Subject Award for Business Studies and Geography. Felicia Tutukau. Felicia also receives the Best Subject Award for English. Erin Wright. Erin is also presented with the Best in Subject Award for Visual Arts. And Taylor Swift receives the Best in Subject Award for Health and Physical Education. The Year 9 Scholar in 2020 is awarded to Angelia Roberts. come to the stage to present the Year 10 awards, and she will be assisted by Ms. Caitlin Hotz, the Year 10 coordinator. Okay, the 2020 Awards of Quality in Year 10 are presented to students who've achieved an overall minimum of 2 very highs and 2 highs for the year. Let's wait for some settling at the back there, thank you, before we present the awards. Thank you. Kira Alexander Parr. Kira also receives the Best in Subject Award for iAchieve Sports. Caleb Baker. Caleb is also awarded the Best in Subject for English and Science. Peter Dunton. Talia Garvey-Rollinson. Talia also receives the Best in Subject Awards for Geography and Visual Arts. Amy Hale. Amy is also presented the Best in Subject Awards for Digital Technologies in Japanese. Sarah Huggin. Sarah also receives the Best in Subject Awards for Health and Physical Education, History, Mathematics and Textiles and Food Studies. Lily Cobb. Charlie Moller-Nielsen. Charlie is also presented with the Best in Subject Award for Music. Corbin Palmer. Corbin also receives Best in Subject Award for Sport and Recreation. Jordan Reynolds. Siliasi Tuitapau. Jace Fella. Charlie Whelan. Grace Terry. Grace also receives the Best in Subject Award for Business Studies. Rainey Turner is presented Best in Subject Awards for Dance and Drama. Dakota Fraser receives the Best in Subject Award for Industrial Technology and Design. And Lachlan Brosnan-Kerno, is presented the Best in Subject Award for ISTEM. Sorry. Alright. The Year 10 Scholar in 2020 is awarded to Caleb Baker. Thank you, Ms. Holtz. Mr. Franklin, if you could come to the stage. Ms. Lubavitch and Mr. Franklin are presenting. And they'll be assisted with our Year 11 coordinator, Mrs. Grace London, to present the Year 11 awards.
Thank you, Mrs. O'Keefe. As our Year 11s come up, we will announce our Year 11 Awards of Quality. In 2020, those awards of quality are presented to students who've achieved an overall minimum of two very highs and 2 highs for the year. Those students are Tara Howe. Tara also receives the Best in Subject Awards for Biology, English and Physical Education. Jessica Hurst. Jessica is also presented with the Best in Subject Award for Certificate 3 in Business. Shannon Lane. Shannon also receives the Best in Subject Award for Food and Nutrition. Jasmine Lauer. Jasmine is also presented with the Best in Subject Awards for Chemistry, Certificate 2 in Health, Support, Community Services and Mathematical Methods. Best in Subject Awards in Year 11. Sammy Cheadle. Sammy's the best in ancient history, Certificate 3 in early childhood education and care and legal studies. Declan Williamson. Declan is best in subject for aquatic practices. Georgia Hardy. Georgia receives best in subject for Certificate 3 in fitness and tourism. Courtney Phil. Courtney is best in subject for Certificate 2 in information, digital media and technology. Samantha Palmer. Samantha receives best in subject for drama. Jennifer Tidman is best in subject for early childhood studies and engineering skills. Wev Delbone receives best in subject for essential English. Ryan Trost. Ryan is best in subject for essential mathematics. Ruby Maguire. Ruby receives best in subject for furnishing skills. Great to see the girls beating the boys in furnishing and engineering. You go, girl. Brian Archer is best in subject for general mathematics. Emily Nugent receives best in subject for hospitality practices. Isabella Thorne is best in subject for music in practice. Kirsty Bai receives best in subject for senior STEM and data science. Jordan Hamper is best in subject for sport and recreation. Milena Fusco receives best in subject for visual art. And Melody Hawkes is best in subject for visual arts in practice. Please congratulate all of our best in subject award winners. Charlotte Rose, come back please. Do not walk away. The Vocational Education Award is presented to the student who has a very high standard of achievement in vocational education school studies. And this year's Year 11 recipient is Charlotte Rose. We move on to the Year 11 Scholar. The Year 11 Scholar in 2020 is awarded to Tara Howe. Once again, can we congratulate all of our Year 11 award recipients? And thank you, Mrs. Melenovich and Ms. Norman. We move on to our Year 12 awards. Could I invite Mrs. Melenovich, our school principal, assisted by Mrs. Kelly Markham, our senior engagement support teacher, to the stage to present those Year 12 awards. We'll start with the Year 12 Awards of Merit. In 2020, the Awards of Merit in Year 12 are presented to students who've achieved a minimum of 3 highs at confirmation. That is the juncture moving into their external exams. Those students are Rosalie Bramwell, Caitlin Crossing, Remo Dow, Leanne Evan, Seth Gersbach, Christian Henschel, Alan Linton, Kayleen Matthew, Michael McKean, Trajan Mead, Michaela Nielsen, Caitlin Robinson, Corey Smith, Emma Stephen, Jessica Thompson, Langola Tuatupu, Leith White Richardson, Folks, please congratulate our Year 12 Awards of Merit. As we move to the Year 12 Awards of Quality, and they are presented to students in Year 12 who've achieved a minimum of 2 very highs and 2 highs. These are some of our most outstanding academic students in the school. Phoebe Ashman, Gemma Davidson, Manaya Higginson, Brooke McIntosh, Bree McKean,
Yeah, go on, Bree!
Josiah Nika, AJ Pierce, Chloe Stocko, and Hope Wilson. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, our Year 12 Awards of Quality. As we move to our Year 12 Subject Awards, most of these Subject Awards, just so you know, 11s, 10s, down to 7s, these all come with trophies, and everyone loves a trophy. So, our Accounting Year 12 Subject Award goes to Manaya Higginson. Manaya also receives the Subject Award for Aquatic Practices. For Ancient History, Rochelle Eaton. For Biology, Gemma Davidson. Gemma also receives the Subject Award for General Mathematics. For Certificate 3 in Aviation, Christian Henschel. Christian also receives the Subject Award for Certificate 3 in Business. For Certificate 2 in Business, Corey Ratcliffe. For Certificate 3 in Fitness, Emma Mackey. For Certificate 3 in Early Childhood Education and Care, Chloe Stocko. Chloe, as she hobbles up, also receives the Visual Arts in Practice Subject Award. For Chemistry, Libby Britton. For Early Childhood Studies, Hope Wilson. For Certificate 3 in Health Services Assistance, Bree McKean. Bree also receives the Subject Award for Hospitality Practices. For Furnishing Skills, Michael McKean. And Michael also receives a toolbox. The toolbox with the tools is valued at $7,500, so magnificent award for young Michael. For Physics, Seth Gersbach. For Engineering Skills, AJ Pierce. AJ also receives the Subject Awards for Essential English and Industrial Graphics Skills. And my personal favourite, he gets a toolbox and a welding mask. Have fun with that, AJ. For physical education, Jetta Cobbo. For social and community studies, Langola Tutubu. For tourism, Gemma Davidson. Gemma also receives the subject award for visual art. For certificate 2 in information, digital media and technology, Josiah Nika. Josiah also receives best in subject for essential mathematics and sport and recreation. For English, Manaya Higginson. Manaya, as she's coming up, as well as the English subject prize, receives the legal studies subject prize. The Year 12 vocational education student is next, and that is presented to the student who has achieved an outstanding result across their vocational education pathway. And this year's vocational education student of the year is Bree McKean. We move to our presentation of our senior ducks, the top academic prize in the school. The Senior Ducks Prize is presented to the Year 12 student who has achieved the best average of results across their subjects. In 2020, the Senior Ducks at Thuringowa State High School is Gemma Davidson. Once again, big round of applause for Gemma, and thank you to Mr. Levinovich and to Mrs. Martin. Thank you. I'd now like to invite Annie Jo McBride to the stage to assist with the presentation of our Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander Student of the Year. The Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander Student of the Year is presented to the student who has contributed significantly to the development of Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander culture within our school environment and the broader school community. This year, it is awarded to Emma Mackey. Thank you, Annie Jo. If I can invite Miss Wendy Bowe to the stage, please, to present the JCU Awards. The inaugural James Cook University Shield Awards are presented to students from Year 9 to Year 12 to recognise their resilience, their persistence and their overall academic performance. In 2020, the recipients are, in Year 9, Angela Roberts. In Year 10, Talia Garvey Rollinson. In Year 11, Kirsty Bye. And in Year 12, Gemma Davidson. The Global Tropics Future Top Young Scholar Award exemplifies the qualities of a 21st learner and leader. Through their interest and passion for STEM, they actively engage in a range of enrichment opportunities to develop their aspirations for a future in STEM. The top young scholar from years 7 to 9 consistently demonstrates skills of collaboration, creativity and critical thinking, and transfers these skills into all subjects and school endeavours. And the 2020 Global Tropics Future Top Young Scholar goes to two people, Hayden Crick and Jessica Allen. Thank you, Ms. Bode. Thank you, everyone. Now I'd like to invite Ms. Louise White to the stage, our Defence Force Transition Mentor, to present the Defence Force Awards. The Australian Defence Force Long-Term Leadership and Teamwork Awards recognise students who demonstrate leadership and teamwork within the school and the broader community, and who display strong values that are integral to Australian society. These awards are an initiative by the Australian Government to encourage senior students to actively participate in their school and local community. The 2020 awards are presented to, in Year 10, Jordan McKean. And in Year 12, Declan McDonald-Parker. The Australian Defence Force Future Innovators Award recognises students studying science, technology, engineering and mathematics. The award encourages students in Year 10 and Year 12 in their STEM pursuits and recognises their innovative talents. In 2020, these awards are presented to, in Year 10, Lachlan Taylor, and in Year 12, Seth Gersbach. Thanks, Ms. White. Now I'd like to invite Mrs. Mladenovich back to the stage as we announce some of our major awards. And we'll just wait for everyone to be silent. You guys are doing such a magnificent job. I'm so proud of you. The Citizen of the Year is awarded to a Year 12 student who's demonstrated involvement in a range of activities in the school, who is courteous, responsible, cooperative, and above all else fair. In other words, this person is an absolute credit to our school and to their family. The 2020 Citizen of the Year is Willow Wells. The Caltex Best All-Rounder. The Caltex Best All-Rounder Award recognises a Year 12 student for their achievement in a range of activities, from academic and sporting to conduct, behaviour, attitude, service and leadership. This student has an overall commitment to doing their best in whatever they do, setting outstanding examples and assisting others along the way. In 2020, the Caltex Best All-Rounder is Bree McKean. Well done, Bree. Now we're getting into the big stuff. The announcement of our school leaders for next year. And We will start with our Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander student leaders for 2020. Our junior leader is Latifa Evan. And Latifa will be joined by our senior Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander student leader, Jordan Hamper. We move to our 2021 House Captains. 2021 Gold House Captains in the junior school will be Zane Williams and Stevie McDonald. And for Gold House in the senior school, Ethan Cox and Emily Nugent. Do the quick walk. You're a house captain, mate. Good job. As we move to our greenhouse captains, our junior greenhouse captains will be Dylan Holland and April Holiday. And they'll be joined by the senior greenhouse captains, Malachi Griffiths and Jessica Hurst. And last but not least, Whitehouse, who's discovered some form after being the easy beats of the school for a decade. They're now the ones to watch and the ones to catch. So the White House junior captains are Blade Harvey and Arabella Roggensack. And the senior White House captains, Corey Jeeves and Georgia Harding. We finished today with our Student Representative Council for 2021 and of course our school captains. We will start with the SRC Executive. The President for next year's Student Representative Council, your representative body, is Courtney McLean. And Executive Officers Shannon Lane, Charlotte Rose, and Zoe Priest. Next we have our junior school captains, the most significant leadership position in the junior school. The 2021 junior school captains will be Brodie Jeffrey and Emily Hands. And folks, we close with our school captains for next year. We'll start with our vice captains. The 2021 school vice captains will be Jasmine Lauer and Kirsty Bye. And our school captains for 2021, Tara Howe and Declan Lindsay. Boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, please congratulate our school captains for next year. And thank you, Mrs. Loren. I'd just like to invite Josiah to come up to deliver a vote of thanks, and Emma as well to close today's proceedings. As they come up, can I say, at the start of this, I asked you to have respectful behaviour. I asked you to be an audience that displayed respect for an hour, and it's been over an hour. And can I say how impressed I've been as you guys, as a school, as a student body. This is what we do here at Thuringowa State High School. We acknowledge outstanding achievement, and we do that respectfully. So well done. Give yourselves a massive round of applause.
On behalf of Thuringowa State High School, I would like to thank our special guests who have played a key role in the morning awards ceremony. It has been an honour to have you here to recognise the outstanding efforts of Thuringowa State High School students throughout 2020.
Congratulations once again to all our awards recipients, and I thank everyone for attending and sharing this celebration. Thank you.
Thanks, Josiah. Thanks, Emma. Thank you very much, students. Thank you, staff. That reaches the end of our ceremony. Congratulations to whoever listened. We're going to leave here in a very orderly fashion. This is the way it's going to happen.